Hello!
Hello.
To time and space.
Excellent. Here we are. Something important happens today, and I just can't think what it is.
No, neither can I.
It's bath night, maybe. Bath night.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember. I was going to go to my bedroom early tonight.
Yeah. I'm sure there's something that's happening. Can't think what it is at all. No, never mind. I'll remember in the morning. Do it again then instead.
So here's some of the latest Doctor Who news first. But today coming up is the carnival.
You better explain what the carnival is.
Well, for people that don't know, it's when a herd of monsters come across our screens. Not for you can't see them.
We can.
But we can.
Yeah. Because we're lucky like that.
Yeah, we're lucky.
And there's usually a carnival to celebrate the start of a new series.
Oh, of course!
That's what it is.
Last time it was for an episode, 50th anniversary, but this time it's for Series 8, which is one of the most, fussiest series this year.
Hooray!
People have been looking forward to it all around the world.
Okay, so what new series is it? What series is starting?
Series 8, the first series with Peter Capaldi as our Doctor.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Have you seen...
Yes, who? I thought Matt Smith was the Doctor.
No, he regenerated.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that seems a long time ago now.
I know. Remembering, I forgot what I was going to say now.
Well, perhaps we should start by saying a little bit about what we've got lined up today.
Coming up today is some celebs on Series 8.
Okay. We've also got a Deep Breath preview coming up.
We've got a best season premieres.
We've got the results of the trial of the 12th Doctor.
And we've also got What's On, the Miss Lewis main YouTube site.
And of course, we'll also be talking generally about the latest news.
Which is now.
And views. And possibly even eating some chews.
Yeah.
Later on, if we remember where we put them. But that's not really important to you, and we'll try and do any chew eating at a time when it doesn't actually affect you.
At exactly 14:45, the carnival will begin. So that's in 2 minutes' time. So,
crumbs.
First of all, should we chat about? Have you been seeing the teasers on the BBC One?
I have done. There's been quite a few teasers, haven't they? They've been doing very short little sections every day for the last week since Monday, perhaps.
Yeah, Monday. I remember looking online with the chalkboard bit when Peter Capaldi's writing 5 days to go on the chalkboard. And today we had a very exciting trailer which has just come out a few minutes ago, I think.
Yeah.
With him smashing the glass. And then it comes out as today.
Today, because today is the day. Today is the day to take a deep breath.
And I'm going to the cinema to see it.
Yeah, it's a shame really that you can do your podcast live from the cinema, really, isn't it? But there's two reasons why. Firstly, I'm not there because I'm working tonight, so I'm not able to see it live.
Yeah.
And secondly, because they wouldn't let you do it in the cinema, and it'd also be quite annoying whilst you were talking for everyone else that was trying to watch the episode. And
by the way, we've just had a caveman burst through outside our studios.
Oh, wowza. So the caveman, why is it the caveman first?
It's from an unearthly child. We had the bad guys as the cavemen.
So that was the first episode starring William Hartnell.
Yes, yeah.
The first part of the carnival, the caveman walking past.
A Dalek coming out now.
Oh, well, yeah, from episode 2.
Yeah, the Daleks.
Ah, brilliant.
Followed by a Ward.
A Ward.
From episode 5, which is Keys of Marinus.
Ah, brilliant. Okay, I like the look of those. They look quite a cool villain.
Yeah, they do.
Whilst they're walking past us, should we think a little bit more about the news?
Yes, but first, there's Sensorites coming by. But while that, talk about the news. So, first up, we've got news about Jenna Coleman leaving Doctor Who.
Ah, so we've heard this vicious rumour.
Yeah.
But at the moment, it's just a rumour, isn't it? There's no truth in it. It hasn't been confirmed. We saw Peter Capaldi being interviewed on the One Show earlier in the week, and he wouldn't say either way, really, would he?
Yeah, and also yesterday, I haven't watched it yet because we were in London, of course, being busy yesterday.
Yeah.
But there was a This Morning interview, and Jenna said I can't give it away if I leave.
And in fact, actually, what Peter Capaldi said was I can't remember exactly, but something along the lines of that's if she even sees it to them.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things going to happen to Clara in this series.
Yeah.
Which is quite intriguing.
Yeah. So also we had a introduction, deep breath.
Yeah.
Earlier, and Stephen Moffat has teased that a major foe will be back in Series 8. Now, what do you think of this?
Well, my immediate thoughts were that, because he mentioned the Daleks, didn't he? But then he said, plus another major foe. So my immediate thoughts was maybe possibly the Cybermen. What did you think to that?
Yeah, I think so as well.
Probably get some of the monsters going past it, I think.
Yeah, at the moment there's another Dalek coming across.
So do you think? What do you think then? The this monster could be? That's the returning villain.
Well, he said we've got some cracking new monsters, the Teller, and we've got some cracking old monsters. The Daleks will be back. Another major foe will be making a return, but more of this later. Of course, he could be referring to the Cybermen, but they were officially announced, so it wouldn't be much of a surprise. Start your Master, Rani, Omega, Candyman speculation.
Candyman.
Moffat also teased we're going to see what haunts the Doctor. That was a good introduction clip because we learned a bit more about stuff because they say what haunts the Doctor's friends, and this time it's what haunts the Doctor.
Yeah,
so it's things a bit different.
It does, and they've already said, haven't they, within some of the interviews and things, that actually what you're going to find at this time is that the episodes are perhaps a little bit creepier, a little bit more scary. So, which is good because that again brings it back to perhaps some of the older days where people did used to hide behind the sofa.
Yeah.
As the Daleks would slowly point their protruding bits at you.
As they're coming along for the third time.
Oh, there they are again. Yep, outside as part of the.
How many times have they come along?
Just think how many times when you get to the modern day area, we're going to see a lot of the Cybermen and the Daleks, aren't we?
Yeah.
Because you do.
Yeah.
Have we got any other news at all?
Yes, we've got lots more news this week for the Series 8. Yesterday we just missed a very important moment for Doctor Who. Yes.
We did, didn't we? Because we were in London yesterday, weren't we?
Yeah, and
we'll talk perhaps a little bit about our London trip later on if we get time.
And a couple of hours before we got there, Doctor Who landed in Parliament Square. And we were there.
We were in Parliament Square, weren't we? I mean, according to that, Doctor Who landed about, was it 9 o'clock, did it say?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock in the morning.
We got there about 12 o'clock.
Yeah, that's right. We were there about 12 o'clock. We actually walked through Parliament Square, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we looked over, so there was nothing going on there. I think we would have noticed if there was a TARDIS there.
Yeah, or Peter Capaldi and Jenna Coleman.
Yeah, and plus you would have seen a big crowd of people probably.
Yeah.
But we didn't see any of that, so we'd assume that it'd finished by the time we got there.
Yeah.
It was a shame really, because just imagine how exciting that would have been if we'd have got there.
It would be the most exciting thing ever.
But whilst we just very briefly whilst we're on that, we actually had a really good Doctor Who related day in London.
Yeah, we did. There was lots of Doctor Who related things we did.
We went to the Forbidden Planet, had a look at the Doctor Who bits there.
Yeah.
We ate some donuts. We went to the Who shop in Upton Park.
Yeah,
And
that's good.
also we went to Sermon Street next to St Paul's Cathedral and replicated the Cybermen walking down the stairs. Well, you replicated it, didn't you?
Yeah, I was.
You walked down the stairs, Cyberman style.
You spotted them. I mean, I've always wanted to do that.
Yeah, that's right.
Since I've become a Whovian, I've always wanted to march down those steps.
So, yeah, that's how we spent yesterday. But we unfortunately missed Peter Capaldi. But we didn't even know that he was meant to be there. It was only today when we were checking out the news for this podcast that we noticed that he was there moments before us.
Yeah.
Alas.
So, also, we've got a Robots of Sherwood synopsis. And in sun-dappled Sherwood Forest, the Doctor discovers an evil plan from beyond the stars and strikes up an unlikely alliance with Robin Hood. With all of Nottingham at stake, the Doctor must decide who is real and who is fake. Can impossible heroes really exist? It airs Saturday the 6th of September on BBC One, with the time to be confirmed.
Wow. So I wonder what that actually means.
We don't know.
I mean, we're getting the impression that possibly that may be a funnier one.
Yeah.
I mean, usually the last few series, they've usually had a sort of a serious opener, haven't they?
Yeah.
And then a funny, more throwaway second episode.
Yeah.
That, to me, that sounds like the funny throwaway episode.
Yeah, it's the third one this
That'd
time.
be the third one instead.
Into the Daleks sounds really good, actually, and it's revealed that it's going to be on next Saturday at 7:30.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. I think it's Homer talking up in the background there. Yeah, what else have we got? Any more news?
Yeah, we've got a few more bits of news. Stephen Moffat's been talking about deaths in the new series as well. He thinks he hasn't killed off enough people in his adventures.
Yeah, I guess they probably haven't really. Not conventionally killed people off, have they? There's been people like, I mean, I guess he killed off Amy and Rory, really, didn't he? But I mean, he didn't really kill them off. They lived themselves to death, really, didn't they?
He kind of killed Clara as well in Victorian times and in asylum form.
Yeah.
But
aside from that, I'm trying to think. Has he killed off any other major characters?
Just trying to think.
And who knows what's going to happen to Clara?
Yeah, because she might leave in the series, which is. Do you want her to leave?
I think she's very good, and I don't believe we've yet got to know her enough. Yeah. I'm sort of thinking from what we've heard about the new series, possibly we're going to learn a lot more about her. I mean, last time it was very much about explaining the Impossible Girl, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Whereas this time, perhaps we're gonna find out a little bit more about who the Impossible Girl is.
Yeah. And other news is this week we had our breaking news, which was all the episode titles for the new series are revealed.
Oh, brilliant.
So exciting. There's Deep Breath, Into the Dalek, which introduces Samuel Anderson as Danny Pink.
Okay, because that's earlier than what we thought initially, isn't it?
Robot of Sherwood, Listen, Time Heist, The Caretaker, Kill the Moon, Mummy on the Orient Express, Flatline, In the Forest of the Night, Dark Water, and Death in Heaven.
So which episode are you looking for most out of all of those?
I don't know, either Deep Breath or Death in Heaven.
Okay.
Because they're Stephen Moffat. I love Stephen Moffat.
Yeah, I think generally the Moff does the best stories, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So I wonder, I mean, we had that bit of news that you mentioned earlier on about a returning foe.
Yeah.
I wonder which story that will be in.
What one do you think?
Well, I guess it's Sidemen. We know that's the last episode, don't we?
Yeah.
I mean, the other one there was rumours about, wasn't there? Was the rumours of the Ice Warriors returning again?
Oh, and the Master returning, but then Stephen Moffat said that they're over for now.
Yeah, but the thing is, You can never trust Moffat, can you?
No, you can never.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Knows.
Any more news? Who knows?
Well, first of all, Doctor Who TV has opened a poll, and this is your most anticipated story from Series 8 in the first half.
Okay.
Is it Deep Breath, Into the Dalek, Robot of Sherwood, Listen, Time Heist, or The Caretaker?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I think Deep Breath, just because it's the first one where you're going to see the new Doctor. It's not necessarily the episode I'm looking forward to the most, but it's the one that I've got the most anticipation for.
Me too. Ready?
Yeah, okay. So you're going to press the button, are you, on that one and see how it compares with other people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most people want all the people have got different opinions, I think, but I would go for Deep Breath.
Okay.
Actually.
Brilliant, yeah.
Have you got? I got the Radio Times the other day, and I also got the Doctor Who magazine the other day.
Okay, well, the monthly Doctor Who magazine, yeah.
And did you? I've enjoyed reading them because they've got Peter Capaldi interviews and episode guides and previews and stuff.
We sat on the train reading the Doctor Who monthly yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've not read them properly yet.
No.
And the Radio Times, I never buy the Radio Times. Shh. Sorry, BBC, I never buy the Radio Times.
I do some. I do, but only when it's got Doctor Who in it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that seems fair, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Was there any other news this week? Or was
not really.
Okay. I mean, we missed some news last week, didn't we? We forgot to mention about the new trailer, didn't we? We mentioned the radio trailer. I forgot the new trailer, but that's by the by because we're not interested in trailers, not today, because today's the day when the episode's actually on.
Yes.
So, I mean, you've been quite excited about it, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. Really excited.
Yeah.
And by the way, now the macro is going past.
Okay, so you have to remind me. So the macro, what story is that from?
Well, it was from the Macra Terror, then in Gridlock.
Okay. So which Doctor's this?
Second Doctor now.
Oh, on to the second Doctor. So we've obviously missed whilst we were doing the news a few other monsters walking past.
Yeah,
us.
we have.
It's a shame because I was hoping to see the gunfighters. Oh. Missed them again. I think I missed them last time we were doing the
Did you?
Yeah.
No, I'm sure we didn't.
Maybe we saw them. What about the big question of what's on Mr. Lewis Moon's YouTube and Weebly site?
Well, on Mr. Lewis Moon's YouTube, it was over 3 years ago since Mr. Lewis Moon started, wasn't it?
Wow. Yeah, it was. Yeah. And we celebrated that very moment with
a documentary.
Yeah, or as we like to call it, a doctor-mentary.
Yeah.
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 And what was on the documentary for people that just to encourage people to go and have a look at it?
In the documentary, there was the top 10 moments with me describing some of the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Oh.
And so we've also got a little bit with Daddy Cool, and also some other little clips from a 30-minute, a half an hour program.
Yeah, so it's got a little bit of some Professor Travers in there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Some clips from some of what we think are the best moments from the bigger adventures.
And some music as well.
Yeah, that's right. So lots to enjoy there. Recommend having a look at that.
Yeah.
Maybe for those of you that have only just found the website, it'll give you an opportunity to look at those episodes that you perhaps worth digging out and watching.
Yeah. And also the countdown's getting very low into 0 days.
Ooh, yes. So excellent. I think that's probably everything for the What's on Mr. Lewis Moon website bit.
But now we go back to the carnival.
Okay, what's happening in the carnival now? Are you still on the Patrick Troughton years?
Yes, we are on the Patrick Troughton years. got the chameleons now.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we've got also the Dalek Emperor is coming past now, and he's tied up to a string, so there's some people helping him and pushing him along. It's quite a epic moment with the pushing along the Dalek Emperor.
Yeah, well, it's what we like about this. It gives us a good opportunity to actually remind ourselves of all the various villains that we've witnessed over the last 50 years. So we've not witnessed because we're not old enough, but
yeah,
some people have. People 50 plus.
Yeah.
What's next on the podcast?
Next up, we've got a few people on Series 8.
Oh, okay, so Series 8 of the Mr. Lewis Moon Adventures.
No.
No?
There's only been 40. Doctor Who.
Oh, Series 8 of Doctor
Series
Who.
8 today.
It is Series 8 today, yeah.
So, we've got a few people who we've interviewed and we've got into the studio. And first of all, I'm going to interview Mrs. Polly Wright, who plays Lily Eden in the Figure Adventures. Hello.
Oh. Hello there.
And are you looking forward for Series 8?
I am indeed.
Ah, good. And what are you most looking forward to?
Just to see the new Doctor before I start working with him myself.
Oh, yes. In Miss Lewis Moon Adventures.
Yes.
Cool. And are you looking forward to working with him?
It's going to be great, yes.
Yeah.
It's great. Always good to work with the new Doctor.
And will you still remember when you were working with Paul?
Oh, maybe yes. I just like working.
Have you worked with Peter at all yet?
No, not yet. But I'm looking forward to it.
And so you're staying for Series 5 of this listing?
Oh yes, there's plenty more Lily Eden. The Figure Adventures.
Cool, yeah.
So keep tuned to the Figure Adventures.
Yeah. And you've got a big part. You won't be working with Peter at all in the Christmas episode.
No.
No.
Apparently not.
No.
Yeah, we haven't started filming that one yet.
No.
Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah. And also, can you give us any hints about what Peter Capaldi's Doctor is like? Have you seen Deep Breath yet?
Oh no, I'm going to watch it for the first time tonight in the cinema.
Okay. What episode are you most looking forward to in the series?
Maybe Time Heist.
Okay, so are you looking forward to that eye thing?
The monster with the weird eye that pokes out.
Yeah. Or Keeley Hawes. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go and sit down now.
Okay. Thank you, Polly Wright. Thank you. So, Daddy Cool, who
Yes.
have you been interviewing?
I've been interviewing Paul McGann, who's also the star of the Figure Adventures, the Lewis Moon series.
Yeah.
So, Paul, how are you?
Hello.
Good to see you again
Hello.
in the studio.
Hello.
So the series is coming to an end, your series?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Have you enjoyed your time on the Figure Adventures?
I have, and next week I thought you were interviewing me again.
Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah. So, season 8, what are you looking for most?
Seeing what Peter's gonna be like, because I'm going to be working with him a little bit in the next story, in the Cyber War. But I think he's a very nice man, but I think he'll be a darker Doctor.
Yeah. Is it true that the Figure Adventures will also get darker?
Yes, they will, and Lily Eden's gonna have a little more comedy in her perspective. But the Doctor, I've read some of the scripts, and they're very, very good.
Is there any teasers that you can tell us about the next Figure Adventures series?
Well, not really, not very much, but I can tell you that there's going to be a big war in one of the episodes. There's going to be a new companion.
a new companion.
As well as Lily Eden, and they don't get on. And also there's going to be a new Doctor, and Peter Capaldi's going to make it darker.
So for anyone that hasn't actually seen the Figure of Adventures before, you can get to that from Mr. Lewis Moon adventures.weebly.com, and there'll be links there to all the Figure of Adventures for you to skip through and watch Paul McGann and others in action.
Thanks.
In plastic form.
Okay, see you next week.
Yeah, see you, Paul. Okay.
So, Autons are going past in the carnival now.
Okay, so Autons were first featured in?
Spearhead from Space.
Okay, so that's which Doctor?
A third, with Silurians coming afterwards. Primords following. With just Ambassadors of Death in the middle of those two, the Silurians and Primords.
So are the monsters marching in order of their appearance?
Yes, they are, like normal, like the Master's coming along.
Okay.
For the first time in his first look as Roger Delgado, who sadly died in a car crash. But his look of the Master.
Yeah.
So
let's just take the opportunity to think about that. So if we were to think of the Master, because the Master is one of the people that has been rumoured to appear in the series, as we said earlier on, as a returning foe.
Yeah.
Who to you is the best Master? What do you think of when you think the Master?
That's quite a hard question. Anthony Ainley was the Master for the longest.
Yeah.
I don't know really.
I still see Roger Delgado. It's just something about his look just says the Master.
I definitely don't see the Doctor Who movie guy.
No, indeed.
But
he didn't seem evil enough, did he?
No, but I see either John Sim or Roger Delgado.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. And the mangly face one.
Oh, the mangly face one. I love that one. I've got a figure of him. And John Sim, actually.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, who's going past now in the carnival?
Now in the carnival, we can see Azal.
Azal? I don't even know who Azal is.
And Bok from the Diamonds.
Right.
Or is that how you pronounce it? I think it is.
Or Demons, I don't know. Demons.
Yeah.
Not sure.
Yeah, it's quite hard to pronounce that name because the A and the E are backwards.
Yeah. You've seen that one before?
Yeah, it's a good one. I better watch it again one day, but...
Yeah.
I
don't think I've ever watched that one.
It's a...
But you've actually seen more of the old ones than I have.
Yeah.
And I'm old and you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got them on DVD.
You're a bit of a brainiac, really, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I'm a big brainiac.
When it comes to the old series.
Yeah.
So, whilst we're actually talking about as the monsters go past us, what brings us on to the next section?
We're going to look at some of the best season premieres of Doctor Who on this podcast.
That sounds exciting.
So, the best season premieres leads us to some of the best moments and the best regeneration openers.
Right, okay.
Now, An Unearthly Child, is that one of your favourite series openers?
I think so, yeah. It was a little bit of a different one, wasn't it? It was in that I guess nobody would have actually ever seen anything like that before.
Yeah, why do you like it so much, if you like it?
I just think it's because it's much anything else. It's the first time we've seen this mysterious character, isn't it?
It is a very good idea, as Paul McGann's Doctor would say. But I think it was a very good opener.
Yeah.
Planet of Giants, which we both haven't seen.
Yeah, this is one of the rare ones that you've never watched before.
I know, because it's a William Hartnell one. Do you think that looks like a good premiere with the title? And if you've heard the plot, does it sound interesting for you?
It does sound interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be probably difficult to beat An Unearthly Child, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
I mean, I wonder whether to what extent the best season openers are the ones with the new Doctors. You know,
Yeah.
like with the new generations, and you get a new person for the first time.
And later on, we might talk about what our favourite episodes with the Doctor in it for the first time.
Okay.
Yeah, and what our favourite one is. So season 3, Galaxy 4. Does that sound good for you?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
So, have you seen this one?
No, it's the Jarvins are the bad guys.
Okay.
And they were sometimes known as quite popular villains at some time.
So I guess, I mean, thinking about the old series, you've probably seen less of the William Hartnell ones than any of the other Doctors, haven't you?
Yeah.
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 I think all of the other ones, there aren't that many episodes you've not watched.
No, there
So a mixture of them not all being around anymore.
No.
And just generally, probably being younger, it's harder for you to get into those ones, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Smugglers. Does that also sound like a good episode?
It does, particularly from where we are down here, where smuggling used to be rife.
Yeah, in Weymouth.
Yeah. So
And
that's where I'm from, Dorset, and there was a lot of smugglers, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Weymouth, where we live, was a smuggling town.
Yeah.
So.
And the Smugglers is quite a historical story. Do you usually like the historical one?
I do actually. Yeah, I like the historical ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that brings us to. It was weird this series because the new Doctor came in the third story of the series. So Power of the Daleks introduced Patrick Troughton. It isn't really isn't really a premiere for a series, but it's a premiere for a Doctor.
Right.
And do you think it would be a good experience to see the Doctor for the first time live if you were watching it?
I'm sure it must have been, because I mean nobody would have ever seen a regeneration before, would they? So.
No.
So you have to explain this to me because I don't remember, and I'm not a boffin like you.
Yeah.
What was the name of the episode again?
Power of the Daleks.
So, was that predominantly a William Hartnell episode until the end?
No.
Or was it a predominantly Patrick Troughton?
It was Patrick Troughton. The 10th planet was William Hartnell.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So the first enemy that Patrick Troughton met was the Daleks.
Yeah.
So that's a toughie, isn't it?
Yeah.
To go up against your main biggest baddie in your first, just as soon as you've just regenerated.
I know. And then you come up with your second biggest bad guy in the next series,
Right.
which is in the next series premiere, which is Tomb of the Cybermen.
Ah.
That sounds like one of the best Cybermen episodes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen that one?
No,
Okay.
but I really want to watch that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a good one. I think it's quite a popular one. I think quite a lot of people like it.
You bought yourself some Cybermen, didn't you, in the shop?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and one of them was from Tomb of the Cybermen. So, yeah.
Brilliant.
Season 6, or The Dominators, is the first episode. Does that sound interesting, or does it just sound like a rubbish episode?
I don't know anything about it at all.
Okay.
Do you know much about it? Have you seen that one?
Not much.
Is it one of the lost episodes?
I think it might be lost. Let me look it up. 5-parter.
Okay. Which a lot of them seem to be longer parts back then, didn't they?
What do you mean?
We watched War Games, didn't we, a little while ago, and that went on. That had like about 1 million parts to it.
It had like 10 parts.
Yeah, 10 parts. Yeah, 10. If I'd had to make a guess at how many episodes that had, I would have said lots.
So yeah, it doesn't. I don't think they are missing, but
okay.
But the Series 7 premiere introduced another new Doctor, which was John Pertwee, with Spearhead from Space, which also introduced Liz.
Yeah.
The Doctor joining UNIT, the first Exile adventure, the Autons of the Great, the Nesting Consciousness.
Yeah, excellent. And a cracking episode by all accounts, yeah?
Yeah.
I can't remember it, but I know it's one of your favourites, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really good one.
John Pertwee era.
Because the Autons are in it, of course.
Yeah,
the
we like the
Autons
Autons, don't we?
Yeah, the Autons are great villains.
Yeah.
And yeah, do you want to watch that one?
I would like to see that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably have seen it ages ago.
Yeah.
Though it was before I was born, wasn't it? What year?
Yeah, it's 1970.
Yeah.
In 1971, we saw the first episode being Care of the Autons. You've seen that one, haven't you?
Oh, that's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah, another Auton premiere.
Yeah, they like the. And actually, when you think that later on, once Christopher Eccleston came in, the Autons were the first villain he met as well.
Yeah.
So maybe there's something about the Autons and Series 1 openers.
Yeah.
In fact, I think they've only ever been openers, haven't they?
Yeah.
As main characters.
Yeah.
They've only been in it 3 times?
Yeah, mainly.
Yeah. I mean, they've had little appearances, haven't they? In,
yeah.
They were in the Stonehenge episode, weren't they?
Yeah. Pandora opens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, next up is Series 9, which was Day of the Daleks. Does that sound good?
It does. There's a Dalek one, isn't there?
Well,
That's good. Have you seen Day of the Daleks?
Yes, it's very good. You brought it for me once.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I didn't know you'd seen it really. I was just saying it.
Yeah.
For the benefit of the listeners.
So, Daleks and time teleports. Do you think that would sound dangerous?
It does. Well, anything involving Daleks is dangerous. Isn't it?
Yeah, very, very dangerous if they've got their hands on time teleports.
And we're still with John Pertwee, aren't we?
Yes.
In fact, actually, I think if you look out now over the carnival, I think the Daleks from this era are passing us, aren't they?
You're wrong.
Oh, what was it then?
The Daleks from Death to the Daleks are coming with an Exilian coming.
Right.
Oh wait, here is the moment. They are throwing arrows at the Daleks' head.
Oh, that's always a pleasure to watch.
I know, I love that bit.
So they're recreating the scene from which episode?
Which was from Death to the Daleks,
Oh.
a season 11 episode.
Okay.
Now, the Three Doctors, you've seen that one as well. Do you think that was a good opener to the 10th anniversary year?
I didn't realise it was the opener for the series, but well, it's a great episode, isn't it?
Yeah.
It introduces a number of things to us. Firstly, the whole idea of the Doctors meeting each other.
Yeah.
Omega.
Yeah.
And also, the chance of the Doctors meeting each other.
And the exile being lifted.
Yes. Was that the first one, was it? When the,
Yeah.
Right, okay, so yeah. Good stuff, yeah, good cracking open that one.
The Time Lords gave him that as a gift.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Which then takes us on to which series?
Series 11, which we saw the Time Warrior being the opener.
Right, okay.
The Time Warrior, did you like that one?
So this is the first one with Sarah Jane, yeah?
And the Subtarans.
Yeah, okay. And yeah, that's a good episode, isn't it? So, how many parts are there on that one? Is it a full part?
4.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, it's a good one.
I watched it again recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very good episode. Set in medieval times.
Maybe a good one for a future Lewis Moon review.
Yeah. Yeah. I think last week we might have been planning it.
I think we might have done as well.
But there's no review this week, so
We've got too much else to talk about.
if you're not a review fan, then you're probably pleased.
If you are, then you've probably fallen asleep by now.
Next up, we saw Tom Baker being introduced in Robot.
Yeah. Well, we watched this episode recently, didn't we?
Yeah.
Well, you'd seen it before, but I've probably seen it before. I just don't remember. But yeah, really good episode. The Tom Baker's very, very, even more eccentric than normal, isn't he?
Yeah.
In this one, because he's skipping and things like that.
Yeah, that's
So
a funny bit.
Sort of struggling after his regeneration, but yeah, cracking opener to the season.
Usually doctors struggle when they've got a regeneration.
And it looks like we're probably going to see a similar sort of struggle this evening, aren't we?
Yeah, as the clip we saw for the Deep Breath, which was released a few hours ago, when Peter Capaldi says, "Who invented this room?" Because he's in bed.
And he's confused by the fact that there's a room just for sleeping in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Season 13 saw Terror of the Zygon.
Ah.
One of
Yeah.
the best episodes.
I was going to say, it's got a big good start on it. If there's anything else, it's got the Zygon thing.
Yeah.
Again, I didn't realise that was a season opener. But the first... I'm talking rubbish, I'm going to shut up.
What did you say?
Well, it doesn't matter, because I was going to say something and I remembered it wasn't true.
What was it then?
I was thinking it was the first one with the Doctor, not the male Doctor companion.
Harry.
Harry.
No.
It's not, was it?
Robot was.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a very good episode, and the Zygons returned in Day of the Doctor. Do you think they're better in this one or Day of the Doctor?
I think actually they were good in both actually, and I think the good thing is that they didn't feel that they needed to change them much.
Yeah.
Because one's like the Silurians, they modernised those a lot, didn't they, in new series, whereas with the Zygons, they pretty much left them alone.
Yeah.
And we like that. Because they're quite scary in itself, weren't they?
Yeah.
They don't look at it. If you actually see a Zygon, if you were to sort of see a Zygon in a cuddly toy shop, you'd think, oh, look at that.
Yeah.
But as soon as they start scrunching their faces up and things, they're actually quite evil looking.
Yeah, they were very evil.
Yeah. What's next then?
Next up we've got the Series 14 opener, which is Mask of Mandragoria.
Oh, okay, so still on the Tom Baker years. This is feels like a sort of very primitive country.
Yeah.
It's not Earth, is it, if I remember rightly? Or is it Earth?
I can't remember.
No, I can't, but there's a lot of sort of witchcrafty sort of stuff going on, isn't it? I don't think it is Earth, I think it's just a primitive country. Primitive planet even.
Yeah.
And then that takes us on to?
Well, no, do you want to talk... what do you think of Mask of Mandragoria?
I think that was the first classic episode that you ever watched.
Yeah, it was.
And I think you really enjoyed it at the time, but you said that watching it again, it wasn't as good as the first time you watched it.
No.
Which I think probably means that they've just been better episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Horror Fan Rock is Series 15's opener.
Okay, so this is another one with and it's got the Routons in it.
Yeah.
In fact, is it the only episode with them in it?
Yeah.
Okay, but they're mentioned quite a lot, aren't they?
Yeah.
The war with the Sontarans.
Yeah. Have you ever seen this one?
I haven't, no.
But you said yesterday, I asked you, out of all the episodes ever in the classic series, what episode would you want to watch? You said Horror Fan Rock.
Yeah, that's right.
So.
For a number of reasons. One, because of the Routons. Another one, because it just sounds cool.
Yeah.
I think Horror Fan Rock is a good name.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's quite a popular one, isn't it?
I think
a lot of people like that one. Okay, the next series, so we're still on Tom Baker.
Yeah, Series 16.
Okay.
Saw the Ribos Operation as the first Key to Time adventure.
Okay.
Do you like the look of this story, and do you like the look of Key to Time?
I probably watched these ones live when they were on, but I don't remember them at all. A lot of people don't like this series, do they? Online. A lot of people said that it was sort of like not as strong as perhaps the previous two series.
I think.
I know you quite liked them, didn't you? You liked the whole idea of the Key to Time.
I quite liked it. There was a few bits which weren't that good. I didn't really like the Ribos Operation.
This is the one we're talking about, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I like the Armageddon Factor the best, which is the one in the last one in the series.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what does that take us on to next?
Series 17, which brings us to Destiny of the Daleks.
Oh. Right, okay.
So
It's got to be a good one, I think.
Why?
The Daleks in it, isn't it?
And Davros.
Is this the second one with Davros in?
Yeah.
Okay, because he was introduced with Genesis of the Daleks, yeah?
Yeah.
And then came back to haunt us with this one.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Do you like the look of this one?
I can't remember it, but I'm sure I watched it. I think to be honest, I think all episodes with Tom Baker were watchable anyway.
Yeah.
Because Tom Baker. Have you seen this one?
Yeah.
What do you make of it?
Very good. Very good story. Very good episode. Yeah.
Okay.
Series 18 came in with The Leisure Hive.
Okay. So still the Tom Baker years.
Yeah.
Okay. Leisure Hive. Is
This
that
is
the one
his
where?
last series, by the way.
Was that the one where he has the spiky face? Is that?
No, that's Metlock.
Ah. Okay.
But this one's the one when he turns old. Remember we did the trailer?
Yeah. Oh, of course. It's the most popular video to appear on the Mr. Lewis Moon Adventures.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I do remember this one now. What do you make of it?
Yeah, I think it's alright. The theme tune's good because it's the first time it's a new theme tune.
Right.
But I think it's a bit bad special effects.
Yeah. That's just 'cause it's dated, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think, what year is this? Is it
It's
beginning of 80s, is it?
1980 to 1980, yeah.
So, yeah, everything about the 80s was naff.
Yeah.
Just full stop, really. There was just something about the 80s where it started to learn how to do better effects, but they look better then, don't look better now, basically.
Yeah. They were a bit better special effects, but still a bit rubbish. Yeah.
And
Okay.
then we got onto the introduction to Peter Davidson, yeah?
Yeah, with Castrovalva. You've seen a bit of this story,
I have, yes.
Do you like what you've seen of it?
I do. I think it was interesting again how they introduced the new Doctor. He was very weak in this one, if I remember rightly,
Yeah.
because he was regenerating. I can't think who the baddie was now.
It was the Master.
Yes. Did he capture Adric?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I do remember that. Yeah, no, it's a good one. I don't think it's. I think it's. If it's got a weakness, it's that you don't really yet know too much about Peter Davidson's Doctor.
Yeah.
Because he's, let's say, still recovering from the regeneration.
Yeah, like all Doctors, really. But yeah. So the 20th anniversary year began with Arc of Infinity.
I don't know anything about this one. Still Peter Davidson, yeah?
Yeah.
How many series did he do? Was it 3?
Yeah, it was 3, I think, yeah.
Okay.
And 5 Doctors. So, what do you think of this one? Because it's the second one with Omega. You haven't seen it, but...
I didn't realise that's the one it was, but no, I've not seen it. You have.
Does it look good?
It looks good. I like Omega.
Quite good.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Omega's one of the villains I would most like to see return.
What do you want him to see? Do you want to see him return for the 3rd time?
I do, yeah. That would be good.
Yeah. What series do you think will see that?
Well, maybe he's the returning foe that was referred to.
Yeah. Do you
That would
think
be
it's
good.
a Stephen Moffat episode?
Could well be, yeah.
So, the 5 Doctors isn't really a premiere because
No.
it's it's a one-off, but let's not talk about that. Warriors of the Deep is Series 21's premiere.
Okay.
What do you like about that? You've seen it?
Have I?
Yeah, the Sea Devil one and the Ice... No, the Sea Devil and the Silurian.
Sea Devil and Silurian. Okay, yeah, this is a good one. This is the one with the big underwater sea monster as well, isn't it? Yeah. No, it's a good one. It's got Turlo in it.
Yeah.
Turlo is a good assistant, I think. Yeah, I'd say it's a good opening, this one.
Yeah.
And you get the great moment as well when the Doctor falls into the ice cold water. Okay.
Series 22 brought Attack of the Cybermen.
Okay, so who's this then? Which Doctor are we on here?
Colin Baker now.
So this is the first one with Colin Baker in it, isn't it? Isn't it?
Twin Dilemma, the worst ever episode is, but that's not premiere.
Okay, so they actually switched Doctors towards the end of the previous series, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So how many episodes in of Colin Baker is this?
Pardon?
How many episodes in?
This is the second story.
Second story, okay. I know nothing about this one. I've not seen it before, so probably your best to comment.
Yeah, it's quite a good Cyberman episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think some of it's better than the other bits, but there's this when they go to Telos on episode 2.
Right.
And meet these weird creatures. I can't remember what they're called now.
Mm.
But yeah, they're a bit weird. But yeah, it's quite a good episode in the quarries and sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could well have been filmed down near us then, I'd imagine.
Maybe.
A lot of the quarry ones were. In deepest Dorset.
Episode, the next series was series 23, and that began with the Mysterious Planet, the first Trial of the Time Lord segment, which was quite a good series.
Yeah.
But I think this was probably the worst of the series of Trial of the Time Lords.
And why is that? Was it just because it was explaining the situation, was it?
Yeah, I think so.
A build-up type episode.
Yeah, but yeah, it wasn't the best of the Time Lords. I think Ultimate Foe was, but
okay.
Some people disagree with that, but
that was the last series with Colin Baker, yeah?
Yeah. Series 24 brought a new Doctor with Tanya Morali.
Okay.
Sylvester McCoy.
Okay. Not seen the episode.
Yeah. You've seen a bit of it.
You've seen a bit of it, yeah.
Mm.
What have you got to say about it?
Yeah, it's quite a fun episode. Remember when Rani dresses up as the Mara?
Oh,
I mean, not Mara.
Perry. Is it Perry?
Mal.
Mal.
I'm getting everyone confused.
Mal. Yes.
But Mal.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But it was a bit of a giveaway, actually, that it was actually not really Mal because she wasn't as annoying.
Yeah.
So, that's what you could tell.
Yeah.
Then, after that, what do we have next?
We had Remembrance of the Daleks.
So, another Dalek opener. It's funny, isn't it? They often seem to go for a Dalek opener, mainly because they're the big villains, I guess.
Yeah.
And it makes people tune in to the series because they like the Daleks.
Yeah. Did you like this story? Because you've seen a bit of it.
I've only seen the first half of it, but yeah, it looked like one of the better Sylvester McCoy episodes, I would suggest.
Yeah, it's one of the best Sylvester McCoy that he's done.
Yeah, quite action-filled.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Looks like we must be getting towards the end of the classic series, don't you think?
Yeah, because the final series began with Battlefield.
Know nothing about this one. Have you seen this one?
No.
Okay.
Let's go away from that then.
We'll skip that.
Series 1 of New Who.
You can't really count the movie, can you? Because it's a series opener and ender. Okay, so series 1 of New Who.
Began with Rose. Did you like this episode?
I do like this one, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
It's action-packed.
Yeah, got the Autons in it.
And it's fun, yeah.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Right. And I think the whole first series sequence within it, when Rose is rushing to get away from the Autons, is a good sequence.
Yeah.
Okay, and that was Christopher Eccleston's only season, wasn't it? He then moved on to be replaced by David Tennant,
who began his first series with New Earth. This wasn't his first episode, but this was his first series.
Okay, so his first episode was the Christmas special, yeah?
Yeah, Christmas Invasion.
Secrets one, yeah.
Yeah, but New Earth is the opening of the series. Have you seen that?
I have, I like this one.
Yeah.
It's an odd take for that.
Yeah.
Because it's quite a slow burner.
Yeah.
I would suggest, but it's quite a good one in introducing the characters.
Yeah.
Is this the first one with Tangerine?
No, the second.
So right, okay. Yes, the first one was yes, I remember now. The first one was the Christopher Eccleston one, wasn't it?
Yeah. Smith and Jones opened the series 3 with Martha.
Okay.
Yeah. So, did you enjoy that one?
I'm trying to think which one that is. That's the Judoon one, right? Okay, this is the one where they take the building,
Hospital.
the hospital, yeah, and they lift it up into space, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, the Judoon were quite good anyway, aren't they?
Yeah.
And it introduced us to Martha, and I think she was a good character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Then Series 4 began with Partners in Crime.
Okay, which
was the adipose one.
The adipose one. And yeah, it's quite a funny one, this one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cute, the adipose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this would be bringing you, introducing Donna into it for the second time, yeah?
Yeah.
And, but sort of introducing her as the main character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's quite a good one.
I like that one, yeah, it's good.
The 11th Hour opens the next series. What do you think of that?
This is a cracking opening, I think.
It opens with Matt Smith as the Doctor.
Does a bit like they're doing today. It's a longer story, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really
well,
helps you
today's
understand
is even longer than that.
Even longer. Yeah. It's a good one, yeah, and it introduces a lot of new concepts into it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So you get the whole thing around the crack.
Yeah.
I think that starts being introduced, doesn't it?
Silence.
Yeah, there's mention of it, isn't
Yeah.
there? Mention of the silence. Yeah, it's when the first one, I think, of Stephen Moffat's tenure, isn't it? He's written ones previously, but it's the first one since he was the main man on it.
Yeah.
So feels like it takes a little bit of a different turn, I think.
Yeah.
With Matt Smith. Yeah, good episode, this one.
Next it comes up to The Impossible Astronaut.
Which is a very good opener.
Yeah.
It's got a shock in it, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's got a very big shock when the Doctor gets shot.
Yeah.
And you think, what's going on? Yeah.
Do you like that moment?
I do, because I wasn't expecting it at all.
Yeah.
And it was one where it left you for the whole of the series thinking, how on earth are they going to get round this story?
Yeah.
You didn't really find out till quite near the end of the series.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a really good introduction to that. And also, the Silence were a very good villain, weren't they?
Yeah.
Very, quite creepy.
Yeah.
Which brings us on to...
Asylum of the Daleks.
Okay, so we're nearing the end, really.
One of the best Dalek episodes.
I would suggest, you may think different, I would suggest the best Dalek episode other than Genesis.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Mm.
But, yeah, Genesis is still the best. But best new episode.
Could have done with being a little bit longer, maybe, as I always made about every time.
Every episode you have to go on about that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Would you count Bells of St. John as a opener?
In a way.
Okay.
Yeah. In a way, it's not a season opener, but it's a part season opener. In a way, it was because of the fact they split the series up, didn't they?
Yeah. So would we say about that?
I think we should do, yeah.
Bells of St. John, did you like that?
Yeah. Very action-packed.
Yeah, very action-packed.
It was a good introduction to what they were trying to achieve, which was lots of mini-movies, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which I think they've moved away from with this series, haven't they? A little bit more, apparently.
I think so as well.
Yeah. So, which brings us on to possibly the, I guess we talked about doing a little bit of a preview of the new season and the new episode from tonight.
Now deep breath. Some of the things you're looking forward to, what would you say?
I reckon the top 3 things I'm looking forward for would be 1, meeting the new Doctor.
Yeah, I
agree. A little bit about him.
I'd have that in my top 3 as well.
2, finding out how he interacts with Cara.
I'd have that in my top 3 as well. I've got another top 3 as well.
And 3 would be the monster. Meeting the monster. Yeah, just the
that's all of mine.
So we agreed on it.
Yeah, we all agree.
Yeah. What was the other that you were going to say?
Well, those were my 3.
Oh, I see what you mean. I thought you were going to ask me another 3 questions.
Oh no.
Right, okay.
So This episode will star Peter Capaldi in his first full episode as the 12th Doctor, alongside Jenna Coleman as his companion Clara Oswald. It will also feature Neve McIntosh, Catherine Stewart and Dan Starkey, reprising their roles as Madame Vastra, Jenny Flint and Strax. Capaldi's predecessor, Matt Smith, will also appear in a cameo.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like that. That's quite good. I think I was quite surprised in many respects that they brought the gang into the first episode.
The Paternoster.
Yeah, because I would have thought there'd be too many characters in it when they were trying to explain a new Doctor. But it'd be interesting to see how that works.
Yeah. How do you think these half-faced monsters will be like? What do you think they will do? Do you think they'll be in it more than once, or do you think they'll be one-offs?
I've never only been in it once. I reckon, I don't know anything about them at all, so you're probably going to say something and you're telling me it's stupid and it's obvious.
Do you think they'll be successful after this? But what were you going to say?
I reckon they won't always look like that. I reckon sometimes they look like normal humans.
Yeah.
And then, so everybody won't realise that they're monstrous people.
Yeah. I don't know anything about them.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Probably the people that have watched the episode from Cardiff and London have found out who they are.
Yeah. But they've managed to... There's been a few spoilers around, but people have generally been pretty good at hiding them, haven't they? So we've managed to successfully not really hear what's going to happen.
No.
It's good, isn't it?
No, it's going to be maybe we might find out some shocks about some stuff in the new series.
Yeah.
So, next up, we're going to say that it started filming on the 7th of January.
Okay, so is it as long ago as that?
Yeah. And Stephen Moffat has announced to the fans that this episode is going to be a big introduction for Peter Capaldi as the 12th Doctor. He says that there will be plenty of action and nonsense and jeopardy, as there ever is in Doctor Who. On 11th of August 2014, a 30-second trailer for the episode was released on Twitter, which we've seen. Deep Breath will receive a standalone DVD and Blu-ray release in the United Kingdom on 8th of September, the United States on 9th of September, and Australia on 10th of September. Thereafter, it will be released in the complete 8-series DVD box set in the United Kingdom on 17th of November. So I'm going to wait until that comes out, the whole Series 8, because I don't want to have it twice.
Yeah, I think it's what you'll find is that you'll get a lot of collectors, a lot of people that are doing it for the collection, won't they, that will get both.
The episode had its world premiere in Cardiff on 7th of August 2014 as part of the Series 8 World Tour. As part of the tour, advanced screenings are also scheduled to be in London on 7th of August, Seoul on 9th of August, and Sydney on 12th of August, which we've already seen. As with Day of the Doctor, Deep Breath will receive a worldwide cinema release at participating cinemas on 23rd of August 2014. The episode will receive a midnight screening in 12 cities across the United States on August the 23rd. And then will be shown in 550 cinemas on the 25th. The cinema screenings of the episode will be accompanied by a 5-minute prequel.
In itself, that'd be interesting, won't it?
Yeah.
So, am I right in thinking that the prequel has not been shown on anything else yet?
No, I bet the prequel's going to be just for the cinema.
And then perhaps the box sets when they come out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting stuff.
So, final thing. Well, let's look at what's going on in the carnival so far.
Okay.
So at the moment we've got a Zygon coming past,
Oh, so we're well into the Tom Baker years now.
and we've also seen that the caveman is it says will be probably at the big studio stadium across a few miles away in about half an hour.
Ooh, okay, so it's
Yeah.
during the first of the villains to actually arrive at destination. Of course, what we do at destination end is a big feast.
Yeah,
You know,
which we'll be doing later.
to celebrate.
But I was also going to say next about there being the results of the trial of the 12th Doctor.
Okay.
Now we're going to go from last to top so far.
Okay.
Okay, so last place. What's in last place?
Last place was let's see, who was in last place?
Go on.
Last place is, I'm just trying to build up an era of anticipation. Sylvester McCoy.
And how many points did he have?
He had 7, I think.
Okay. So in 11th, is it 11th place? Yeah. Is
Who is it?
it is Colin Baker
Ah, okay.
with 7.5.
Okay.
Who's at 10th?
Is Paul McGann with 7.8, I think.
Okay. At 9th place is John Hurt with exactly 8 points.
Do I have to give him more?
So 8.
Okay, is William Hartnell with 8.2.
7th is Christopher Eccleston with 8.5.
Okay. Oh, that's quite exciting. So which number have we got
6.
now? 6 is, let's see, it looks like it's Patrick Troughton.
5 looks like it's Peter Davidson.
Okay. So we've got 4 more.
Yeah.
What have we got? Who have we got? So who does that leave us between them before we open up the pages?
So that leaves John Pertwee.
John Pertwee.
That leaves David Tennant, Matt Smith and Tom Baker.
Oh,
Who
okay.
would be 1? Who's 4th then?
I can announce that John Pertwee is 4th.
I can announce that David Tennant is 3rd, but 2nd and 1st will either be Tom Baker or Matt Smith.
Okay.
We need to come with an agreement here. Okay.
Okay.
We'll just have a little whisper, guys. So, in 2nd place.
Okay. Ooh, a long silence. Shall I announce it?
Yeah.
It is Matt Smith.
So Tom Baker crowns our Trial of the 12th Doctor.
So that's exciting stuff.
And
And we'll come back to this topic again at the end of the series.
And Peter Capaldi might be 1st place. We
might
don't know.
We might be last place.
Yeah.
Who knows?
He might be 13th.
We might be.
But we'll reveal that later on in the year.
Okay.
So next week we've got some best. We've got our first opinion, where we look deep breath and review it.
Okay. I was actually thinking of also introducing a new section myself, which I've not mentioned to you before. A little section called Who's Who, where we talk about a different character that's appeared at some point or other across the series.
We'll also have another quiz or question.
Oh, it's back.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll have the news.
We'll have the best Dalek ever episodes.
We'll no doubt be talking a little bit about Deep Breath, doing a bit of a review of that.
I've already
You mentioned that bit as well, have you?
The opinion bit.
Oh, opinion bit, that's what that is.
You never listened to me at that bit, I know, because I've said next week we'll be doing Trial of the 12th Doctor once, and then you went, you went quiz or question, then I went news, and then you went, we'll also be reviewing one of the Doctors.
Well,
so
and we'll also be having a section called Opinion.
and also we'll be looking at oh, I forgot what I was going to say now.
Was it opinion?
No, I was going to say we'll be looking at Into the Dalek.
Ah,
so
okay.
Oh, and Paul McGann's going to be here.
Okay,
so it's
talk about your bigger adventure.
And it's going to be action-packed next week.
Sounds like it. It sounds like it's going to be about 8 hours long.
Yeah. So see you then. Opinion. Doctor Who, Time and Space. Watch every week on Saturday and buy the highlights every Friday on the Mysterious Moon website.